Into this round, though, Brandon, those odds pretty even Stevens. Franson will kick things off for the 0-0 prospect side. But again, you can never believe that a game is over until we hit 16. And I think a testament to that was the last map, right? The one just gone on Inferno.
Oh my goodness me, Franson! What on earth is that? 1p250, a $300 investment, has just found them 3 kills, and that anchors perks into the bomb site. Prospects completely swarm over A. It's completely free. And that is honestly worst case scenario for alternate attacks.
Just get wrecked by P250, as you said, like $300 investment. It was BobXD that threw him the P250. Obviously, he bought a little bit of utility and trucked over the P2, and it has done wonders when it comes to that department. Really well played. And yeah, ultimately, you can see the scoreline will tick over in just a sec. The 0-0 prospects will win it out, but at the cost of nothing. You know, the only person to have taken damage in this round so far is Franson. He will get removed. The other 4 players haven't really had to do much dirty work. It's going to be an easy pickup, and it should just be a first on the board. Spook as well.
On Overpass, his task is to deal with Connector. And you know what? I think that's actually a good spot for him.
Yeah. Let's have a look here. Good spam pokes and double lining him up. That is real sick. So well played. Safe to say at this very moment in time, 2v3, 0-0 prospects might have just met their maker.
It all depends on BobXD's positioning here, because Slacks is currently very passive in towards Bank. If BobXD goes a little bit silent and he slow walks all the way through A, then there is a little bit of a world where Prospects can plant the bomb without actually Slacks finding any contact.
You reckon?
Oh, do you know what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not holding for default. Because all that happens here, BobXD walks up towards Bank and he goes, okay, well, this is clear. I can hold your plant. Slacks comes out in the corner. Wall bangs. And there's that bomb. Even here's the tick on the molly. Shot's definitely going to reveal his position too. Now the off plant. It's possible, mate.
It is very doable. Third of the clock ticks away. 1 kit on freeze as well. That's the issue. No utility other than the smokes now on the 2 remaining players, because BobXD has found Slacks and he even wants to go through. Does freeze expect it? No, of course not. Mate, I counted them out. Forget it. They're more than it.
This is scary.
True. I'd play a little more safer on T side. I'd say 7 or 8.
You reckon?
Or, well, 7.
I think 6 is more than enough.
Okay. I think it's very dependent on pistols. You know, I feel like Overpass is like very momentum based. It is kind of a little bit like what we saw in the previous, right, on Inferno. Is like you feel like you play Save Simulator a little bit more than most maps. Again, Speedy on an Orc.
Yeah.
I've got to have a chat with him at some point. If someone knows Speedy on a personal level, Geezer's picking up the Orc a hell of a lot more than anyone else has. What's the call for it? Why the Org and not the M4A4A1S?
Look at this gap. Sorry, Ryan, I don't want to cut you off. Look at this gap. Observers found it as well. Freeze pushing down towards long as let BobXD walk, and that's the bomb drop. Immediate trade from Svedge ahead. And now that means that BobXD's push cannot go kind of without error, really. He can just keep on going. It's not really met with too much resistance, apart from Slacks, who's now holding with the AWP. Oh no.
Great shots. Again, look at the kill feed. I don't even have to say his name. You just know who it is at this point. Svedge ahead going to get caught off. Perks. Oh, it's a terrible dumpster smoke. It's a 2v2. BobXD now has to pick up the bomb himself. And actually, he might just find a bit of a space towards long. And that he will. Both players decide to back away. I'm guessing this is going to be a complete toilet wrap. And this is just going to be an easy pose plant that they play. Because again, no utility. There is going to be no smoke on the bomb. It's a 5-second stick, but it's one the alternate attacks don't really have much time to make the move on.
Yeah, no smoke either. I mean, at what point do you call it off? You need to get around on the board, sure. This is a 2 versus 2, but no, actually, BobXD's overstepped. This could be the round, and it should be.
heading into their T side. Probably need to win the rest to be safe.
Yeah.
And that's a big ask. Yeah, gotta be careful, you know. Bam mouse one sometimes it just does get you like that. It's alright though. 5v5. They didn't press the issue off the back of it. Alternate attacks. It's a lot of damage that they won't know about just yet.
Branson's approach towards short has been a little bit greedy, but it works. He's gone completely contact through with no support from his team, and he's gathered all of that control. And there's been no real contestment out towards short. The only round I can think of would be the pistol. Those that attacks might not have any idea he's there.
Zero prospects starting to move in. Franson does go down. Oh, hype. Nearly nails the shot, but it's through the smoke. Through, in fact, for one. I thought Orzek was going to find a lot of damage there. It's now a FAMAS that has to pick up the pieces. Freeze has to do some decent work finding the first. Oh, my word. That is horrific to see. Doesn't hit the second shot. It's still a 2v4. I mean, not that it matters on a personal level. For the team, I should say. On a personal level, it will hurt a little. Hype against the rest here. Smoke going to be deployed into the face of Perks. There's your first. The bomb. In fact, sticks it. Speedy now's the shot. Alternate attack side. I'd be saying, you know, Orzek had a great vertigo, a decent inferno. Pretty vacant here. Speedy as well as an item is a very capable player. Want to see more out of him. Now Slax has the AWP. This needs to be their chance as well. You expect them on the other side. No, they glaive the smoke. There's Speedy coming out. The knowledge being able to make that play. 4 kills in half a second. Spread your head against the rest. And this round is done as quick as it starts because it's him against 4. But you'll never count him into a round like this. It is just so hard to isolate fights and take these frags. Does do a little bit of damage to Slacks. But of course now, Slacks are playing a format when there's 1, there's 2. More aggressive. Wants to apply the pressure a little more so. Smoke. Interesting deployment here. So no one's actually taken connector, but they've thrown this smoke for the sake of trying to pull the player off of the boost, right? Or trying to have a look towards connector. And that's just going to try and create some breathing room towards short. Well, XD, going to walk into it. Slacks does get taken down by Booch here. You've got to be careful. Perks is still playing the divider angle. Nice shot to the Tech 9. Perks is back and forth.
Ooh.
Very cautious. That is... Well, XD thinking he's got great timing towards long, but honing in on that control. Well played. Nice shot as well from Perks. And this is it. They're getting a lot more comfy now, aren't they? Alternate attacks. Taking control, taking initiative. Just starting to pick apart, really. And they're doing a great job on that. It is looking real, real good.
It's a bit of a scrappy fight, but Slacks actually bails out his teammate. And now Franson is left all alone. He gets spotted out at party by that player of Orzek. Fully blind somehow converts the bullets on towards Slacks. You don't want to count Franson out of a round, especially when he's doing significant damage. But the moment the incendiary is deployed, that means that the rotations can come in.
It's been pretty vacant from them in the previous 6 rounds, right? It was 5-0 up. We were talking about it and had the different spins saying, you know, this really needs to be now where 00PROSPECTS just make the most of it, right? They've done most of the heavy lifting. Alternate attacks are just looking winded. Now, feels like a little bit on his head. Great shot, by the way, from BobXD. I know you had a sigh of just shock how he hits the shot. Franson finding a second.
Don't get it,
mate. It's the rounds that they have the least chance in winning that they always pull something out of the hat. It's insane.
It's the fact that it's on the AWP as well, and he's just gone bang. Thank you very much. Freeze. Good find. But again, it allows us a little bit of wiggle room. The BobXD's try and work. He's got an AWP. He's actually been spotted, but it doesn't matter. Perks has been removed. And now BobXD will get caught out off guard, no doubt, by Freeze. But he's still creating so much room. And actually, with Hype finding Spiddy, that's the bomb site completely relinquished. And now Prospect can set themselves up into an after plant and try and convert another round on the board.
Oh, it's just, yeah. Another round that they shouldn't be winning. That's the round that they should never be converting, although it gets
out. Will need to clear his angles. Is considering it, and oh my goodness me. That is an absolute slammer on towards Perks. But now, is he ready for Spiddy? Shadow reveals his spot. Spiddy steps up to the plate. He's considering connector, but fully blind. Svedge ahead completely trades him out.
Very important that these trades are going on, but again, they knew that it was A, and they've over-rotated. The last two players are towards the A side. They've doubled back towards B. They've done a brilliant job in isolating those fights. And honestly, this has got to be a save call for ult and attack. You can't afford to go for this round. That is a brilliant dismissal of a buy. And when alternate attacks have such a good read into this round, they still come out second place.
I'll be honest, the most impactful kill of the entire round is Franson peeking the close left side over towards short pipe. Because if he doesn't get that kill, that doesn't accommodate further information that Spiddy's over-aggressed, and then you can piece the rest together, especially if you're an IGL such as Spooky. It's quite obvious to be like, okay, well, we'll just completely go down connector, we'll clear out Spiddy, and then we'll just run towards this B bomb site, because more than likely it's going to be open because they've rotated off the earlier presence. They're taking more information over towards... I mean, the most important thing is the fact that you denied it off slacks in the previous, because now he's only reduced that M4. Jumping on the bin, it's like a pogo hop nade. And he does 2 points of damage.
Crazy. That nade is like how it's changed so much over the years.
Yeah.
Like people used to just like pre-nade playgrounds, then beforehand people used to like try and like run through mid and then nade and then hope they could get out in time. Finding new tech, finding out that the bushes are invisible. BD, I mean, he's trying to play passive. I mean, he's caught out one, fair play, and he won't expect boot this close, but the flashbang is brilliant from Freeze. Svedge ahead will find one, but it's a consolation of 3 losses. 8-6 might just turn 8-7. Then again, you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'd say, doesn't matter if they win or lose here. 8's enough.
Yeah, I'd be likely to agree. I mean, I said 6 was enough, so I do agree, in fact. Svedge ahead. Does catch out the player jumping. Slacks has called for reinforcement. On your bike, guys. It's going to be A. He's doing his best to survive and does significant damage onto 2 players. Svedge just moves off the angle as Perk slips on in. And now Hype is versus 3 with 20 seconds left. It should be an alternate attack 7. It will be.
So far here on the T side. So now that they switch things over to the CT side, can they provide the same results? We'll find out. It's a fast play toward B. Orzek leads the chance, but it's Franson that finds the opener, and it's their second kill from BombXD.
Oh, and another. Look at these trades. Fast and furious. Advantage for the prospects, and Spiddy honestly quite lucky not to be caught out. There's a slight gap that Spooky could have seen in amongst the fencing. Just trying to piece this one together. 1 HP. That is all Spooky is left with, but he's still a body. It's still a man up for the prospects.
Away, just trying to find the shot. Light lands it, and now it's a triple swing.
I guess the answer is, well, look, we brought them down quite low. We planted the bomb. If we do win this round, it limits the economy, but the same can be said for the prospects who have just doubled up immediately. Svedge ahead goes one better. 4 versus 2. Perks looking to try and carve away onto this B bomb site, and actually does find Hype. But are they going to be ready for Franson, who's already in short?
Tough one to call, isn't it? 2v2 now as Speedy finds Spook. Still low HP. Both players from 00PROSPECTS aren't exactly healthy either, so bit of a coin toss right now. BombXD, did he spot? No. Bugs moves back. Gonna check out Heaven. Allows him to drop. Finds the frag. Ooh, Speedy. Taking a fair chunk of damage to that spam. Spook's gonna hear it, and well, there you go. Hold on, that wasn't even Spook that found the kill. BombXD just laid down the law through the smoke. Orzek 3 points of health. This is not a great start here. 00PROSPECTS got to be careful. Nice shot from Svedge ahead. Gonna take down the rifleman. 3v4 here, Brandon. 3v4.
Look at this reset as well. They've taken the control all throughout short, all through connector. The only one that could really put a spanner in the works right now will be Slacks over towards top con. Svedge ahead with the immediate trade, racing forward to try and eliminate Freeze. But now here comes the activation. Slacks finds one, Freeze taps away at Heaven, and Svedge ahead because the bomb is making its way to Monster.
2 players on the site. Integral smoke by MobXD. Has that hit a terrorist? I don't know. Either way, he seems to be alert that there's going to be some contact in front of him. Does find the first and actually manages to reposition towards the pillar. Problem is, Fedge ahead thinks that that's going to be clear and Perks wouldn't hold it. Instead, indeed, the Rifleman is just waiting. 2v4, 00PROSPECTS now. No position to be going for this round.
Unless Franson can line something up. That's a good start. Low HP player. And where on earth is Hype in the meantime? He's on a huge flank in towards Monster through spawn. He can catch off Perks. And he's got the information from his teammate. So suddenly, it's a 2 versus 2. Your unknown entity right now is your Mac 10.
Freeze. Oh, good damage, but no kill. 00PROSPECTS. It should never have been this close in the first place. And it feels like this round will be neutralized. But for alternate attacks, again.
Off the AWP's contact.
Up close, that divider smoke. It's the one smoke I'd say is a wall. Oh, that is so cheeky from France. So that's the bomb dropped as well. Perks don't know what hit him. He thought his teammate had him covered, but no, it's a great set piece. Franson will fall, but Spook's there for trade. Hype will find another. Slacks against 4, does find the first. Ultimately, though, this isn't going to be looking too keen here for the T side, rather. I said alternate attacks have this one under locking. Nice shot, Hype. Saw him. I think that was through the metal grill, right, just outside the short pipe. Finds the shot beautifully taken care of. Speedy's going to go up to join Orzek in the meantime. Slacks catches out a pretty oppressive Franson. Towards long. Slacks wants to sort of captivate as much control as he can.
Look at this lane as well.
Yeah.
Searching onto this information, you've actually brought Svedge ahead all the way back up towards A, which leaves BobXD in a very difficult position. Yeah, he can re-smoke Monster, but what's the chances of Monster attack just going straight the way through? Hype finds Slacks, and now Spook, fortunately, for the prospects can come through, but that flashbang is essential.
Get him right out, and as well as that, Speedy runs past him, so Spook now has less time to react. Speedy did delay and kind of arc his push towards the site. It's a great shot from the heavens, but he tries to go through the smoke, but Svedge wants to do it solo. Bombs dropped in the middle of nowhere, wants to take the fight here, Orzek. I mean, he has to get the plant down. That means Hype's going to come through the smoke. He even whips it out because he knows what's going on, and he'll find it with the USP. Close this one out. Still a minute left, and alternate attacks. I just think they don't have much control here, Brandon. I really don't think they've got the right pieces to win this round. $40 seconds. I'm spotting Hype, still looking for angles, still looking for chances. That clock continuing to dwindle, and I said it. Alternate attacks have to leave this round very late because they didn't have the bomb, they didn't have the control. Now they have to spend all this time going for it. Freeze is just here as the human decoy. He's trying to make noise. He's just trying to get stuck in. Perks is going to wiggle out a Monster. Orzek will find the opening kills. Venture Head will fall. BobXD on the back of the site will find the first. Swings out of water. Spook's out a second. And another kill with the AK. This time it's looking so damn good for Spook. I said that he's always the consistent factor. And he's always here to help.
Yeah, just waiting, aren't they? Depleting all of this utility. Now the explode out towards short. The consideration for the prospects is it looks like they were maybe gearing up towards pushing the Monster Smoke on contact. He certainly can't do that now.
Flash is dropped in again. Just good defense, good utility, just perfect opportunity to exploit. BobXD, of course, again. The big man stepping up in spades right now for the prospects. He does drop the bomb, but this has just created more time, a bigger distraction. Franson looks for a way in, but Slacks catches Spook. Does he expect a second man here? Well, Slacks, oh, shot. Paid towards mid early doors. Slacks, big chunks taken out. Orzek as well. Not exactly the healthiest man of the lot, but it's a great shot from Franson to open things up yet again. It's prospects that wiggle themselves into these man advantage, that manipulate against the grain of play. Sedge had 99 damage taken, but he is still alive. 1 point of health. Book swings out perfect time, and Slacks just cannot even see what's just hit him. Freeze does find the shot, so it's pretty decent business. 4v3, still a prospects man advantage to try and have a stab back into it. They won the last 3 rounds of regulation, losing the first of overtime. Definitely not going to be miles for them. They know they can do better. Time continues to tick on down. 38 now on the clock as alternate attacks make their final move. Their final choice is A. They are sending it in. Smokes and mollies to try and offset the push. 30 seconds left. Spook sits in front of the truck. He's burning to the molly. He just has to spam. He can't find the frag. Venture ahead will trade. A great shot from Perks. Yet again, back and forth. Low HP for both of these players. Does Hype even want to entertain the idea of the swing? I mean, he was thinking about it, and he will indeed go for it. It's low HP for Perks, and Hype will take him down. It is now 16 all. It is tied game. It is one more shot here at OT in CT side. 0-0 prospect. I do. Prospects just probably need that 17th. CT side so important. Okay, great shot to open things up. Spook nails it. Slacks does trade. That's important that they still manage to keep things level. 4v4s. What have ya? Orp still on Slacks and on Hype. Peeking in. Oh, Bob XD. That is sick. 3 with the M4. Just blast down the entirety of the alternate attack side. And yet again, it's an individual stepping up. You just can't write this story. It's brilliant. Prospect should be on for 17. Perks knows with a minute and 10, it doesn't matter how much time you give him. This is going to be a hard one to win out. Tries to throw some utility to pull some pieces away from B. Thinking about letting go of a molly. Perks going to start to slide out a monster, shifting on in, but it might just be into his demise. A go for the boost, it's perfect. M4 should be positioned to catch this one off completely. Spotting him out, tapping him down. Half health left on the rifleman. And I mean, it's a nice molly, but it's not going to be an... Bob XD trying to move up towards short, wants to take the first contact. AK against M4, it's the A1S. Oh, Perks. 2 and, I mean, basically 3, but I'll call it 3/4 for the sake of this round because he's still alive, Fedge ahead, but dinked up. So not ideal. It's solo plays, single-handedly derailing these rounds. They are going to attempt a bit of a boost here. Svedge ahead. Creep forward. Make sure he's in the right position. Franson, get on my head. Get ready to take a fight as best as you can. Hold connector in tandem just for a little bit. That molly, try and force him out. Speedy. Still on the org. I'm so curious. So curious. Gonna have to at him after the series. I'll get on the Twitter and ask him why. He seems so confident in using it. Don't know. Not like he's having a bad game either. 30 seconds left and prospects. Oh, perfect timing. Just as alternate attacks play more defensive, they're going to go on the offensive. Flash, pretty good. First kill, it does go speedy. Orb collecting the first frag. Franson the second. Slacks his orb still kicking. But Franson wants to do it all solo. 2 already in the round. He's going to punch in the digits to try and get the plant. He's trying to fake at least to get a bait out for a peek. It's not going to happen though. And when he does so, yeah, sure. It's a nice plant. But it's not around. It's 17-17. still on the knife's edge. Still all up in the air. Oh my word, Hype. Nearly loses his life, but the problem is Orzek is so far forward. Like, he's a dead man. There is no way he gets out of this round alive. BobXD wants blood. Certainly looking for it. But he won't find it. Orzek does actually go for his life at least. So, not bad. Not bad.
What he's done as well is wasted so much time off the clock. And that's allowed Speedy just to activate over towards Monster and just get rid of Franson. And that funnels Prospects into a position where they have to go towards long. Slacks is on a little bit of an island here, but he nails the shot onto BobXD. And that is absolutely crucial. Oh,
nice from Slacks as well. 18 will be on the board for aTTax. They have been very, very potent on their CT side, just finding all the pieces. And it is just working out. Shot. Hype does collect him, but at the end of the day, they don't care how many survive. They just need the round wins. They've got money to spare for now. Fortunately, a luxury now for 00PROSPECTS that no matter how much money they pour into it, they need to win the next round. Otherwise, they're done. They lose the series. Branson, opening kill. Prospects man advantage. It's Freeze that falls. Slacks now on the orb. And needs to do wonders with it. Blind just absolutely removed from the angle and from the server. He's going to have to watch from the sidelines in this round. Orzek finds the first. He needs to go for more than that, though. He's got the shadow advantage, but he doesn't now. The shots, it's a bomb plant. It's 15 seconds. It's Speedy to fall, and it's Perks against 3, and he does find the first, but T-side yet again, Speedy on the AUG. Insane stuff.
it's more of the same, really, isn't it? Oh, the short control. The Speedy actually comes out on top. Perks have been brought down incredibly low too. This could get dangerous.
Manson, opening kill. Molly gonna force BobXD away. First will have a flashbang with him just to try and leave them with the thought that the reintroductions are short. Be there. Very, very hush. Low. Looking for their way in. .45 on the clock in this 4 versus 4 scenario. What do they do? What do you put up here? Well, Slacks on the orb, spotting out the orb on the other side of things. Great shot to begin with. He knows that there's a second man about as well because he saw Hype jump for it. BobXD going to be caught out by the long hold. Great shot from Franson, but again, there's always a response out of alternate attacks. And they just throw Prospects into a fight, but Perks is just his head out, wondering what's going on. Sved, your head going to take a fair chunk of damage. Orzek, oh, it's all about timing here. BobXD on the other side of this divider. In fact, all 5 players from 00PROSPECTS on the other side of the divider. It's 2 with the AK, and I'd say that's enough from his position. Now, of course, they're going to try and crunch on towards A. This has bought valuable time for rotates. A Molotov towards the flower pots, just going to hinder even further. A great shot from Hype to bring things to a 3v3. Alternate attacks will let him out, but Freeze will try and hack him down. Hype will trade again, 2v2. And this time sticks the plant. Perks is thinking about it. Does indeed. Snap back to find Franson. It's the AWP left in the clutch, and Perks has got them all. A lovely double in the post plant. And that is going to be a 20th on the board. The alternate attacks. And I was going to say it's an ultimate response. They desperately needed that. And it was 1 round, I think, for both teams on the CT side beforehand. Now it's going to be all 3 by the looks of things. We'll see. A minute left for Prospects to make their move, to try and hold on to what they have here, their dignity on the T side.
Again, just looking at the utility, all being depleted by alternate attacks. They're mitigating the space, allowing Slacks to have this funnel over towards A, but he's now being pressured. Missed shot. There's a missed opportunity. BobXD will actually lose his life, and Slacks, close combat orbit, keeps going even further. That's a 3rd. Not quite a 4th. Hype puts him out his misery, but Franson all the way on shore. I mean, realistically. Slide boost. Rewarded. Great find on towards Hype. And Franson, he's just now completely isolated on this island.
Brilliantly done. I mean, 5v3 now. Surely it's just a matter of time, Brandon, until they convert it. Looks to be the case, although they do bring the numbers back down a little bit. It's a 4 versus 3. Plant to go down at least. Nade will penalise. Just a tad. It's still a man advantage here. Book trying to get aggressive up towards short. Still looking for something. Bam out. BombXD will find the first Laxter's trade. It's a numbers game and it continues to favour alternate attacks.